First of all, I always appreciate you guys taking the time to be on. I want to thank Hofstra. Again, there's so much new protocol for teams to come and play. I want to thank them for all their work. I want to wish Coach Mihalek, who's one of the great coaches in college basketball, a speedy recovery. And Mike does a really good job. I was very nervous about this game because of, their culture of winning. They got good players. I love their guards, and I knew they would give us a real test here. And so I want to thank, again, good shout out. That's a good basketball team picked to win their league, and they're going to have a great year. Also, before I get started, I want to say congrats to Coach Shiano. Awesome. I was watching every score. It was awesome, beating Purdue on the road. It's been a great weekend for Rutgers. Coach Stringer wins, too. Another game, I think she's got like 2,500 and so many wins. She seems to win every game she coaches, does an unbelievable job, and always thankful for our athletic director. Great week for Rutgers athletics.
Thanks, Coach. We'll let Joey start off with the first question.
Steve, what did you think of your team's defense today?
Jerry, I think we could be a lot better, that's for sure. I do like that number, though, 56. They score a lot. They shoot a ton of threes. One of the better three-point shooting teams, programs in the country. So I did like that number. I do think we had a little 3 games in 5 days. I think you saw a little bit of that fatigue. But our numbers were good. It's the first game that we've kept a team under 40 and under 30 from 3. So that's always one of the things we want to do every night. I thought we could rebound a lot better than we did tonight, too. But defensively, we did the things we needed to do, and we took away some of the things that they do a really good job of making threes. We did a good job of guarding the three-point line.
We'll go to Bobby Dillon with the next question.
Coach, so much different this season, without fans, Gio being down, being ranked coming into the season. What have you learned about this team through the first 3 games?
Yeah, it's interesting. Just playing in this environment's been really new. And, not having Gio, obviously, and Caleb McConnell, too, is a high-energy guy. So, obviously, anytime a guy or 2 guys are out, you certainly miss them. You got to bring your own energy every night. It's just, it's just different. Everything's different, and you don't get that energy from the building, obviously. It's been a great home court advantage. But I think we learned some things. We got a lot of film now to go over with our guys. I really like my young guys, too. So we're learning the rotations with them. I knew that would take a little bit of a time and be a little bit of a process for us. But now with Gio, it really kind of speeds it up a little bit more with our rotation. So still got some things to figure out, but got some good film. And everyone chipped in and did some good things for us today. Every guy that got into the game, really helped us. So that's a good sign moving forward. We obviously, stepping it up. We need a couple days off here, which we're going to get, and then start preparing for the road ahead.
We can take Brian Fonseca with the next question.
Steve, offensively, there were a couple of stretches where you guys struggled, missed some layups, had some turnovers. Do you attribute that to Hofstra's zone? Was that some dead legs after 3 games in 5 days? What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I don't know. Missed layups, we had great opportunities at the rim. I thought we missed a lot of open looks, Could be that, could be some fatigue. Maybe I'm playing these guys too many minutes. We didn't have the pop that we had the last few days, and something too for me to learn about my team. So I thought we defended the way we're supposed to. Defense always tells us if we're going to win. Offense 70, 80, 90, whatever we get tells you by how many. And offensively today, I didn't like our energy. I didn't love our defense either. So it's a good thing. I'll be crabby for the next few days, and it'll be good for our guys in practice.
We can go to Richie Schneider with the next question.
Coach, I'm unsure on the exact number. I think it's around 76 fast break points in 3 games. Can you just talk about that a little bit and how you guys have done so well in transition?
Well, it all starts with rebounding, and we've had a couple halves where we've really rebounded the ball. The ones that we didn't, we weren't able to get out and fast break the way we would like. We're athletic. Cliff gives us another real good athlete, Mawat. That freshman class, too. Jacob's the fastest guard, one of the fastest in the country. I think Paul does a really good job of looking up the floor, too. So, we've spent a lot of time on it. We emphasize it, and it's paid dividends for us, to date. But we got to get better. We got to get better at that too.
We'll go to Jaden Daly with the next question.
Steve, two-part question for you, if you can. First, to win a grind like this after putting up 86 and 96 the first 2 days, what does it say about the versatility of this team? And also Paul with 9 rebounds and 7 assists. What can you say about his floor game and the leap that he's taken freshman to sophomore in terms of just facilitating and making plays on both sides?
Yeah. I love the fact the last game, too, he rebounded. That helps us so much. And he can start the fast break, too. It helps us, get guys flying up the court. But we were tested in all these games at certain points. I think we learned a lot. Today we saw, a matchup zone for 40 minutes. We didn't have any tapes of these guys. They didn't play this year. So, I don't like prep with not having any game film of the current team. So we didn't know their starting lineup. We didn't know any of that kind of stuff. So, I don't like going into games like that. So that was another obstacle we had to face. So we've been in foul trouble. We played through that. Today we had to play through some fatigue. We shot the ball well in a couple games. We didn't shoot it well in other games. We rebounded well in some. We didn't rebound well in others. So I think we learned a lot, about our team and the work that we need to do, moving forward and getting better. But I like to grind out wins. It's a good sign, even when everything isn't going your way and we're missing layups. A couple of those layups could have put us up, 20, 24, 25 points. But, you got to finish off plays, and we got to go harder to the rim. And then, obviously, we want to be able to make some, free throws. We did some of that down the stretch today. That kind of helped us.
We can go back to Jerry Carino and then Bobby after him.
Steve, this is 2 related questions. One is, given all the cancellations around the country so far this first week of the season, what kind of an achievement is it that your team got 3 games in?
I will tell you, a huge achievement and, a tip of the hat, the protocol. It's not just our team. The other team has to go through, and every single guy's got to, test the right way. And one person knocks you out. A credit to our doctors. They've done an unbelievable job, and they've really kept us safe. Our testing, I think, is the best, the best in the country. And the fact that our guys are being real conscious of everything that they do. After every game, after I congratulate them, that's the first thing I talk about, with our team, continue to remind them. But it's great to get off, 3 games in a short period of time because a lot of teams haven't played any games yet.
You mentioned that you're going to take a few days here, maybe take a day off, and then do some practice time. Your next game isn't until the 8th. What are the chances that you try to schedule a game between now and Syracuse?
Yeah, probably pretty good if we can figure it out and do it the right time. And honestly, everything's about safety. Everything's about how much testing and, who's traveling, who's not traveling, that kind of thing. So our guys have been safe. We've been, doing a really good job keeping them that way. And so all the decisions will be made on, based on that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Coach, with 3 games now under his belt, how would you say Cliff has fared, and what did you like out of him through these first 3 games?
I really like Cliff. Cliff was, good energy today. Screen coverage is getting better. I like his energy. He got a couple steals today. He's learning. He's a great kid. He's coachable. He comes to work every day and practices. I mean, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for him. But he learned a lot in 3 games. We saw a lot of different teams with different styles. He had to figure some stuff out, and I look forward to his continued growth.
We've got time for 2 more questions, so we'll go to Matt Sugam next, and then Brian Fonseca for the last one. Matt, if you could unmute.
Yeah. Steve, what's it been like these last 3 games, coaching with a mask on?
Everything's different. Everything's different. The rhythm of the games are different. The mask being on is different. Referees don't come around as much anymore. It's different. Guys can't hear you with the mask on. So it's been trying, but we're getting through it. And, we got to kind of figure it out. It's our new normal right now. And, we'll change some things too, as we move. After living 3 games like this, we'll change a few things that, I'm going to do, how I communicate with my guys too. So we'll make some adjustments and everything. And I think for our guys too, huge learning experience, just going through it. They haven't, had a starting lineup. Nobody's in the facility, So they've gone through a lot too. So they're kind of figuring it out, and they got to bring their own energy. And they're realizing that really quickly, that, the team that's the most energized and the team that's ready to communicate and do those things, probably team going to have a good chance of winning.
Brian Fonseca with the last question.
Sure, I'll throw in 2 if that's all right, Jordan. The first one is Miles, 5 blocks today, 9 over the last 2 games. Just what can you say about how he's been playing and kind of adapting in this role coming off the bench?
You got to love Miles too. How about, he was like Chris Paul today, bringing the ball up the court, and Miles is a great teammate. I mean, he's a much improved player too. He can put the ball on the deck now. We needed to get him the ball, a few more touches around the basket. Very valuable guy, and improving too. And you saw some stuff in all 3 games that he didn't do last year. So look forward to his continued, improvement. And he's a great teammate, and the guys love him. He's very unselfish, almost like today. He caught the ball in the post, just score, Miles. He kicks it out. But I'd rather have guys like that than any other way. So very thankful for Miles and excited about how he keeps on developing his game.
And just to follow up on what Jerry asked, you said you make decisions off safety. Best case scenario, would you like to play a game this week?
Yeah, I just like to enjoy this win here and have a day off tomorrow, and then we're getting calls all the time, so we'll figure that out, as time moves forward here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll let Coach go. Appreciate your time, Coach.
Guys, I really appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Thank you. Thanks for being on.